Trapped between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, Romania fought World War II with stolen tanks, rebuilt wrecks, and homemade killers, turning captured Soviet armor and foreign imports into deadly weapons on the Eastern Front. Now starting with tanks. R-2 light tank, Rvisited.35. Originally built in Czechoslovakia and purchased before the war, the R-2 became Romania's main battle tank early on. It performed well in 1941 but struggled badly against Soviet T-34s due to thin armor and weak firepower. Renault R-35. Supplied by France and later seized from German stocks, the R-35 was slow, cramped, and poorly armed. Romania used it mainly for infantry support and rear area defense, where its heavy armor mattered more than speed. T-60 light tank, captured Soviet. Captured in large numbers on the Eastern Front, the T-60 was reused by Romania for reconnaissance and security roles. Its small size and simple design made it easy to maintain, but it was ineffective against heavier enemy armor. T-26 light tank, captured Soviet. An older Soviet design captured during early campaigns, the T-26 was already outdated. Romania pressed it into service anyway, often for training or secondary duties, squeezing every possible use from scarce armored resources. Panzer 38T. Transferred from Germany later in the war, this Czech-built tank was reliable and mechanically solid. Romanian crews appreciated its mobility, but by 1943 its gun was no longer capable of fighting modern Soviet tanks head-on. Panzer IV Ausf. H. Germany supplied Panzer IVs to strengthen Romania's armored units. With a long-barreled 75mm gun, it finally gave Romanian forces a tank capable of engaging T-34s on more equal terms during the later stages of the war. T-34-76, captured Soviet. Captured T-34s were highly valued and reused whenever possible. Romania lacked spare parts, but crews respected its sloped armor and firepower, often preferring it over their own tanks when operational. Let's now start. Tank destroyers. TACAM T-60. Romania converted captured T-60 tanks by mounting a powerful Soviet 76.2mm gun. These open-topped vehicles were improvised but deadly, proving that Romanian engineers could adapt quickly under pressure and limited resources. TACAM R-2. Built on the R-2 chassis, this tank destroyer carried the same Soviet gun as the TACAM T-60. It gave obsolete tanks new life, turning weak platforms into effective ambush weapons against advancing Soviet armor. Rvisited tank destroyer. A fully Romanian design, the Rvisited was small, low-profile, and heavily armed. Though it never entered mass production, its concept directly influenced the German Hetzer, making it Romania's most important armored innovation. Sturmgeschütz 3G. Supplied by Germany, the Stu-G3 was one of Romania's most effective armored vehicles. Its low silhouette and strong gun made it ideal for defensive fighting, where Romanian units used it with notable success. Panzerjäger I. An early German tank destroyer transferred to Romania, the Panzerjäger I was lightly armored but still useful against older Soviet tanks. It served mainly in secondary roles as better vehicles slowly replaced it. Moving to armored cars and half-tracks. AB-41 armored car. Italian-built and transferred to Romania, the AB-41 was fast, well-armed, and effective for reconnaissance. Its mobility made it valuable on the wide Eastern Front, especially where tanks were too slow or impractical. Rvisited.27 armored car. A Czech design acquired before the war, this armored car was outdated but reliable. Romania used it mainly for internal security and patrol duties, freeing better vehicles for frontline service. SD KFZ 222. Supplied by Germany, the SD KFZ 222 gave Romanian units modern reconnaissance capability. Its speed and 20mm cannon made it effective against infantry and light vehicles during fast-moving operations. SD KFZ 250 half-track. Used for troop transport and command roles, this German half-track improved mobility and protection for Romanian mechanized units. It was especially valuable during retreats, where speed often meant survival. SD KFZ 251 half-track. Larger and more versatile than the 250, the SD KFZ 251 allowed Romanian infantry to move with armored units. Though limited in number, It represented a major leap in battlefield coordination. ZIS-5 truck, captured Soviet. Thousands were captured and reused as logistics vehicles. Simple, rugged, and easy to repair, the ZIS-5 kept Romanian armies moving when supply lines were stretched to the breaking point. Now the last R. Motorcycles. Zundap KS 750. Supplied by Germany, this heavy motorcycle with sidecar was used for reconnaissance and courier duties. Its off-road ability made it ideal for Eastern Front terrain, especially in poor weather conditions. BMW R-75. Another German motorcycle, the R-75 was powerful and reliable. Romanian forces used it for command, patrols, and fast communication, where speed was often more important than armor. NSU 251 OSL. Lighter and simpler, the NSU 251 was easier to maintain than heavier models. It served well in rear areas and for training, helping preserve more complex machines for frontline use. Czech-built motorcycles. Acquired before and during the war, Jawa motorcycles filled vital support roles. They were not glamorous, but they were dependable, keeping messages and supplies moving under constant pressure.